One.
Good.
Sorry. Thank you, everyone. This is Neil O'Leary, the mayor, and I'm just so thrilled and really excited about tonight's meeting. First, can we please start off with the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge of allegiance to the flag
To the flag
of
of the United
States of America,
for
and
which
to the
it
republic
stands,
which
one
stands
nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
for all.
Thank you. So my intention is to turn this meeting over to the two co-chairs after brief opening remarks. But I think, Angela, if you could take the roll call, that would be great.
Of course. Honorable Mayor O'Leary.
Here.
Althea Marshall Brooks.
Here.
Pastor Christopher REESE.
here.
Andrew Bremen.
Here.
AMARI Brantley.
Here.
Reverend Angel Castellano.
Here.
GINNIE-RAE Clay.
Here.
Attorney ISAIAS DIAZ.
Here.
Jenny FONSECA.
Here.
Dr. James Gatling.
Present.
SUBIRA Gordon.
Present.
Margaret HEYWARD.
Here.
Pastor KELSEY HOPSON. Pastor KELSEY HOPSON.
Here.
Ben Carr.
Angela, Ben is celebrating Hanukkah with his family tonight, so he looks forward to joining us at the next meeting.
Okay. Cherie Lamb.
Here.
Albana Lane.
Here.
David Morgan.
Here.
Sean Mosley.
Here.
Jim O'Rourke.
Here.
Dr. VERNA RUFFIN.
Here.
James Saunders. James Saunders. Jalea West. Jalea West. Okay, it looks like we're missing 3.
Thank you, Angela.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Angela. I also
Of
want
course.
to point out that Dr. Ruffin has got another meeting at 5:30 and will be jumping off, but Jackie Davis from Education will be here the entire time, and it's Dr. Ruffin and or her designee, and her designee in this case is Jackie Davis, and we're really happy to have everybody. And I'm really, as I mentioned to you all, first of all, thank you. Thank you for your willingness to serve. You know, this was Pastor REESE's idea from the first town hall meeting that we had. You know, we thought about it over a period of time, and I asked all of you to participate in this because you had expressed interest through my office. And I'm really excited that we have such a great group of people who are so committed to their community. I also am just excited to do some really good work and to open up lines of communication that you know, could always be improved upon, and really have a basic understanding for all of you here, and listen to all of you intently. I've asked Pastor REESE and Althea to be the co-chairs because or chair. I think the best role that I could have in this is being a member of the Diversity Council, but I really think that the co-chairs and all of you, each of you, should dictate what the agenda is, not me. I'm really excited because I want to do a lot of listening. I also am really excited because, we can talk about a lot of the things that were spoken about and have continued to be spoken about as a result of the murder of George Floyd that opened up a lot of wounds in communities across America, and also brought attention to, an awful lot of problems, with all kinds of police-related relations, implicit racism, systemic racism. And, we have a very diverse Waterbury community who typically get along well with each other comparatively to other cities across the nation. But having said that, it doesn't mean that there aren't problems. And I am really excited to start to address some of those issues. Some of the things, of course, that I'm hoping that this council is going to do is have, regular meetings to be determined by the co-chairs, of course, with input from the council. All the meetings will be just like any other committee in the city or in the city clerk's office. All the meetings will be open to the public. Right now we're in a Zoom world. We won't be in a Zoom world forever, thankfully. When we get back to normal, I'm hoping that we're going to be meeting in person. In how the co-chairs want to run those meetings is fine with me, but we will provide city clerk's office for the support, not only to publicize the meetings in accordance with statutory requirements for public meetings, but also to keep record of the meetings. And this council can determine if they want to hear from the public and when they want to hear from the public and how long each member of the public will be entitled to speak for. At some meetings I go to, it's a 3-minute window, and other meetings I go to, it's a 5-minute window. And other meetings, there's no window. That usually causes problems. But anyways, I really want to be transparent with the public. I want each and every one of you to feel how I feel, which is that every voice on this council matters. Actually, there was probably 25 to 30 other individuals who expressed interest in being on the council. And we just started with this group because I felt that each and every one of you sitting on this meeting tonight brings something significant to the table. I did not put any elected on this council on purpose. Elected officials, several elected officials expressed interest in sitting on the council, but I wanted to give you all this really strong feeling that I don't really want politics dictating any part of this council. I want legitimate stakeholders within this community dictating the agenda, and what I'm hoping is we're going to, have some really serious talks about how we can improve our community, particularly for those people within our community who face the most significant challenges. I'm also very hopeful that this council will work closely with our school superintendent, who I have enormous respect and regard for, and Jackie, her designee, and first of all, understanding what it's like to be in a district of 18,500 children and trying to address the significant needs of these children. And I'm really excited about that part of it because I know it's going to be a learning curve for each and every one of us. I also would like to encourage the co-chairs to let's talk about the body camera issue in Waterbury. Let's talk about police relations within our community. Let's talk about the new state police accountability law and how it impacts our community. And, let's talk about ways to make Waterbury a better place, a place that's friendly that's receiving, that is, you know, as I feel that it needs to be communicated in a better way. I want the people in Waterbury to feel like they have a voice, and I want the Diversity Council to be their voice if they're not sitting on this committee. So that's where I'm at, folks. You know, the co-chairs are going to take the meeting over. I'm going to be here. I think it would be nice to figure out a start time and a stop time, recognizing people's schedules and commitments. And I'm going to leave all that up to you guys because you're the bosses. So I'll stop talking and turn it over to the co-chairs. And I want to just thank you again from the bottom of my heart for getting involved in our community. It tells me everything about all of you. Thank you.
Althea. You're on mute.
Good evening, everyone. I can't wait to get that T-shirt. You're on mute. Somebody who makes is going to make a lot of money. But it is welcome to everyone who's here. And I'm truly excited about the opportunity to work with all of you on what is an opportunity to really make a great difference in the city of Waterbury. I count it an honor and a privilege to sit in this seat, and don't take it lightly to have the opportunity to work with each of you. I know many of you, and I know all that you do and the time you put in to make Waterbury a better city. To those of you who don't know me, my name is Althea Marshall Brooks. I serve as the Executive Director of Waterbury Bridge to Success Community Partnership. We are a cradle to career initiative using a collective impact framework to improve outcomes for children, youth, families, and communities so that they all can not only survive, but thrive and be successful in school, career, and life. We center all of our work in racial equity with a focus on Black and Brown students, specifically Latinx students. And we have the opportunity and the privilege to work very closely with Waterbury Public Schools and have been given the opportunity to do some really great work, of which we enjoy the opportunity to actually engage teachers and students in a lot of the work that we're doing. So again, I think that's the bit that I'll say, because I want to make sure we leave time for everyone to speak. But again, thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this group, Mayor O'Leary, and I'm looking forward to the weeks and months ahead and working with all of you. Pastor Reese?
I do say good evening to all of you who are present on this evening, to our mayor and to Dr. Ruffin. We are appreciative of this opportunity, and also to the president of the NAACP, GINNIE-RAE. We thank you for this opportunity to be able to co-chair with a wonderful person in Althea Marshall Brooks. For those of you who do not know me, I am the senior pastor of the Grace Baptist Church here in Waterbury, the oldest Black Baptist church in the city of Waterbury. I've been here for the past 5 years. Our church is a community church. I partner with many of you on so many community events, and I'm thankful that the mayor took my suggestion of implementing a diversity council here in Waterbury, because I think in order for us to make change, we have to all get in the room and we all have to, talk about the issues that's plaguing our community. Protesting is fine and planning is fine, but I believe it's time for some paperwork to be moved. And so I'm hoping that we will be able to accomplish a lot of things that we just don't want to meet, greet, and eat, but we want to be able to come together and get some things done. And so I look forward to working with all of you in the future on this council.
So now we'd like to move and hear from all of you. I'll go to Dr. Ruffin first, but like to hear from you and let us know who you are, your professional and personal affiliation with the City of Waterbury and your work here, and what you hope to bring to this Community Diversity Council. Dr. Ruffin?
Thank you, Althea, and thank you, everyone. Good evening. It's a pleasure to have been invited to serve on the Diversity Council. I know very many of you that are on this meeting today, and I look forward to continuing to work with you in multiple ways, because you offer so much and bring so much to the table as we really move to improving Waterbury. And my specific interest is improving the outcomes for youth in Waterbury. I serve as a Waterbury Public Schools Superintendent. I've been here since July of 2018. I would like to see, and what I would expect is very candid and honest conversations, along with some possible solutions, not just comments, so that the improvements and so that the work that we have to do can be done collectively strong. And we could see some positive inputs. And really what's important to me, if we were able to see a collective effort of unity and commonality and demonstration that people can and are willing to work together to move forward. I would expect that I'm going to do a lot of listening, because I expect to learn as well. So I certainly don't expect that I'm going to be here as an expert, but I will be here as an active listener and a participant, and can contribute in a way that collectively can make a difference in Waterbury. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ruffin. And I didn't say this, but I am a Waterbury girl, born and raised in Waterbury, went through Waterbury Public Schools up till the 8th grade, and then Mom sent me to Sacred Heart High School, but I'm a Waterbury girl through and through. All my family's there, and that's home. So it's definitely an honor and privilege to serve my city. These names are in no order of importance, but I know some other folks have to leave early. So Sean, would you come on and introduce yourself as well? Mr. Mosley? You're muted.
Good afternoon, Madam. Good afternoon, Madam Co-Chair. Sean Mosley, educator here in the City of Waterbury, lifelong resident in the City of Waterbury. I'm passionate about issues pertaining to the youth, and really building the next generation of leaders and helping them achieve their dreams. I want to thank Mayor O'Leary and his staff for inviting me to this committee. Also want to say I'm very excited at working under the leadership of Althea Marshall Brooks, someone who I've known my entire life, and also Pastor Christopher REESE, who I've known during his entire tenure so far here at Grace Baptist. And as a Grace member, I am truly proud and happy to have a leader like him, not just a leader of a parish, but a leader within the community. So thank you all, and I hope to listen a lot and learn a lot.
All right, thank you, Sean.
Madam Chairwoman, if I may, I just wanted to wish a very warm congratulations to Attorney Mosley. I believe I saw something about you passing the bar. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Also, today is my wife's birthday, so please wish my wife, Asa, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Asa. All right, so I will go down the list. Can we have Madam President GINNIE-RAE Clay?
Good evening, everyone. I'm glad to be here. Mayor O'Leary, thank you for the invitation. I look forward to serving with all of you, this list and this group of people. I know a lot of you, and I'm very impressed with the group that has been put together. Althea, you know, I've known you forever, since you were a young girl, and congratulations to you in all your success and co-chairing the committee. Pastor REESE, you know how I feel about you, and I look forward to working with the both of you and under your leadership. I am a lifelong resident of Waterbury, of Connecticut. I was educated in Connecticut, in Waterbury, most specifically St. Mary's Grammar School, Willoughby High School. I went on to the University of Connecticut in Storrs, and I also have a master's degree from the University of Hartford. So I have made Waterbury my home intentionally. I actually live in the house that I was raised in, and I am purposely raising my family in that house with a lot of great memories in the neighborhood that I grew up in. I'm very, very excited about this, this committee, and I hope to bring positive change, equity, and empowerment to the residents of Waterbury and our stakeholders.
Thank you. Yes, you have known me a long time. This was my mentor when I was in the cotillion back in 1986, 87. Pastor KELSEY HOPSON.
Greetings to everyone. First of all, I want to thank Mayor O'Leary for the opportunity to serve in this capacity, to the co-chairs, Sister Marshall, and to Pastor REESE. Greetings to you and all those on this call. My name is KELSEY HOPSON. I'm the pastor of the oldest Black institution in Waterbury, Mount Olive AME Zion Church, where I serve as the senior pastor. And indeed, it's a privilege to serve in this capacity. My desire, my interest is really to identify and address racist practice and policies, and to help to bring about equity for all people in Waterbury, that we can be the city that we desire, that we know that we can be.
Thank you. Next, we have Ms. Cherie Lamb.
I'm a little rusty with the Zoom. Good evening, everyone. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Can everybody hear me? Good. Well, thank you, Mayor. I appreciate the opportunity to serve on this committee. My name is Cherie Lamb. I live in the city of Waterbury. I've been here for 25 years. I'm originally from Fort Erie, Ontario. I'm the Senior Human Resources Generalist with the city of Waterbury in the Civil Service Office. And I look forward to being useful to this committee. It is my very first public committee. So I'm hoping to contribute to the committee. I look forward to the conversation and any actionable items that can manifest from this committee. I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to get to know everyone.
Thank you. All right, next we'll have Ms. Jenny Fonseca.
Good evening, everyone. I am truly honored to serve on this council, and I haven't met a lot of you, but I look forward to getting to know you all and continuing to affect some positive change within the community. Thank you, Mayor, so much for giving me the opportunity to serve. I am the Director of Strategic Planning for the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board. I work closely with Kathy Awad, who is a pretty well-known name in the city. And we provide employment services to low-income folks within our region.
Okay, thank you, Jenny. And I believe Ms. Jalea West, has she joined us? I'm not sure if she did join us. I know she wasn't in there for the roll call. Okay. Coach Margaret Hayward Bowen.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Definitely, Mayor O'Leary, thank you again for allowing me to become a part of this community board. I'm excited to be back into it. I've kind of stepped away from the whole politics, but been in this, I'm born and raised in the city over 46 years, definitely no stranger. I pretty much know 90%, 95% of you guys also. Definitely, it is great to get back out there. It's also amazing to be right alongside with Althea Marsha Brooks. I've known her for a little while, so it's truly great to be back there with her. I'm serving. Definitely, I'm excited, you know, just for the youth alone. I work at a recreation center, as you guys know, the North End Recreation Center. I've been there for over 20 plus years, so I have gotten into the community as far as with the Waterbury Youth Service, the Noun. So where is he at? Dr. Gatling has been so, and even with Waterbury OIC. So I am familiar with the community. As you know, I work with all the young people in the city of Waterbury. So I have a heart for young people, but definitely excited to see what the diverse community board brings to the city of Waterbury, because definitely the people are really ready. They're ready to hear. They're ready for action. And I totally agree with Pastor REESE who says, you know, we can come eat, sit, and whatever, but some papers definitely need to be in action. We have sat here before, trust me. They just changed the name of it, but it's great to be back here, and it's great to see some amazing people who have stepped up and want to be a part of something great. So I look forward to it.
Thanks, Coach. And that's a good segue talking about youth, and I'm excited to have a youth voice on this council. So we'll have Mr. AMARI Brantley.
Hi, everyone. My name is AMARI Brantley. I'm an 18-year-old resident of the city of Waterbury, and I'm the president of the Waterbury NAACP Pride Youth Council. Our mission as a youth council is to fight for the civil equality and equity of all, and to inform youth on social justice issues going on in our city. I'm so excited to work with all of you. There's so many great people in this collective, and I'm just excited to have conversations about future issues and solve future issues in the city of Waterbury. Thank you to Mayor O'Leary for inviting me, and I'm excited to provide a youth perspective on this council. Thank you.
Thank you, Amari. Next, Mr. Jim O'Rourke.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Althea, a good friend of mine. I have the opportunity to work with you with the BTS. Thank you, Mayor, for this opportunity. Pastor Reese, I look forward to working with you as well and seeing how the YMCA can continue on serving our community in a stronger and higher capacity than what we're currently doing. And I'm looking forward to hearing for all the council members, and thank you for this honor.
Glad to have you, Jim. I thought you might have been running or on an exercise bike or something, but it doesn't look like you.
Well, I'm sitting in a parking lot because this meeting is important.
Okay, thanks, Jim. Next, we'll have Reverend Castellano. Thank you, Dr. Ruffin. Thank you for being with us. We look forward to working with you.
Blessings to all. I also want to thank the mayor, also the chair and the co-chair. I am Pastor Angel Castellano. I've been a resident mostly all my life, except for 2 years of it. Around 15 and 17, I went to the island and also went to Dominican Republic. But other than that, I've been here, born and raised. I went through the school system as well, through Maloney, through Regan, through North End, Willoughby. And as we stand, we are actually the senior pastor of Smyrna Missionary Church, which is also one of the oldest Latin churches within our community, going on 50 years, Smyrna Missionary Church. And I also sit on the BTS Council. And it is something that is, for my life anyway, which has taught me, and I've learned many different folks and different views of life within the BTS Council. And I appreciate that honor within BTS and working with Althea once again. But I also learned a lot, and it's a beauty to continue. One of the things that I received a call about a week ago speaking about this council, and I'm honored to be here as well. But one of the things I want to end with, and I think this is what actually makes change, is that we continue to be persistent. If we're persistent, we'll make change. If we unite, we'll make change. If we're passionate, we'll make change. And if we're compassionate about our city and the folks within our city, I think we'll have change. So we just got to keep being persistent. I know one of the things as a pastor, a lot of committees come and go, and sometimes we get frustrated, but I think we must be persistent with change and love and being compassionate. So I'm glad to be here with every single one of you. Thank you much, and blessings.
Thank you, Pastor. The next three folks we'll have are Ben Carr. I'm not sure if Ben is on the call.
Ben wasn't able to attend tonight.
Okay. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I heard that. My apologies. Andrew, and then followed by David, and then Dr. Gatling. Andrew Beeman.
Thank you, Madam Co-Chair, and thank you, Mayor O'Leary, for inviting me to this council. It's great to see so much talent and reconnect with so many people here today. So appreciate that. It's a great opportunity. I'm born and raised Waterbury, Connecticut. Been away for a number of years. Been working in DC and having an opportunity to serve in the community there, serve on boards and contribute to DC. And I don't think there's anything like being able to contribute to your hometown, though. So I'm really honored to be able to come back to Waterbury and serve and contribute here. So look forward to that. As far as my background education, I have a master's degree in organizational psychology, executive certification in strategic diversity and inclusion management. And over the last 10 years, I worked with a lot of organizations on employee engagement, diversity and inclusion, as well as corporate social responsibility. And then also my last year before I came here, I was working in Philly. And right now I'm currently the VP of corporate citizenship for TD Bank's global corporate citizenship team. It serves North America. And other than that, I'm really just looking forward to, taking this, like everybody said, beyond the talking and getting into some meaningful action. And I'm excited to be here and contribute.
Thank you. Mr. Morgan?
Hi, good evening. David Morgan, President and CEO at Team. Excited to be here. Congratulations to Pastor and Althea. A full circle, we come together in another vehicle for change. I too, like Pastor Castellano, I'm on the Waterbury Bridge to Success Community Council, but also had the privilege to preside as the chair and join Althea when we embarked on that road together. In the work of Bridge to Success, grounded in equity, as Althea pointed out. Many know Team as being the federally and state designated Head Start provider for the city of Waterbury. Many know us for our family child care hub, more than 50 family child care homes throughout the city, and about 400 young children and families, predominantly in the north side of Waterbury. I'm really excited to see where this goes and what type of work I can bring back to the work that Team is doing with, more than 400 young children and families in the city of Waterbury and vice versa. So again, like many have said, to be a listener, and I hope we have some real actionable items. I think we've done a good job to date on identifying the problems, but we're still ever elusive on what are the actionable solutions to move that needle on these issues. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Dr. Gatling.
Good evening. I want to thank the mayor for giving me this opportunity to serve on this board. I've known Althea for many, many years, and Pastor REESE is my fishing partner. I introduced him to fishing when he first came to Waterbury, so he knows me well. I'm the president of New Opportunities, and I've been in Waterbury since 1969, and my whole career has been trying to make Waterbury to be a better place to be. And when we started talking about this diversity council, I figured that this was something that I wanted to be on so that I could add what little expertise I might have to make this council successful. Waterbury has gone through many transitions since that period of time, and I'm just excited to be here to add whatever I can add to cause whatever change that we need to make in Waterbury. I've been working with the mayor since he's been elected, and so I know that if he's behind this, we can make some significant changes in this city. So thank you, Mayor, for the opportunity, and I look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Yes, glad to have you. I believe Mr. Saunders wasn't on when we did the roll call. Sean has spoken, Dr. Ruffin. Next, Ms. Subira Gordon.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's been said a million times, but I'll say it again. Thank you, Mayor, for appointing me to the council, and I really look forward to working with you co-chairs, ALTHEA and Pastor REESE. Sounds like everyone on here are lifelong residents. I don't share that. I can't say that. But we moved to Waterbury, I want to say about 9 or 10 years ago, and we decided to stay. Constantly, everyone says to me, why don't you take your kids to Cheshire? You know, they could go to a really good school. And I have said time and time again, I choose to live in this city because I moved here and somehow felt connected to it when we got here 10 years ago. I'm excited for this opportunity. In my day job, I work as the executive director of CONCAN. We are an education equity organization that believes that every child should have the access to the best education, regardless of their zip code. But this council is just kind of more personal to me. You know, my kids are going to school here in Waterbury. And as I said, like I fell in love with this city when I moved here 10 years ago. And for many people see a city that has issues. And for me, I see a city that has a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of room for us to grow. There's a lot of things that are going well here. I think this is one of those places where I feel comfortable, I feel safe, I feel like I want to raise my family here, and I want the city to continue to thrive and be great. Mayor O'Leary, you've done a great job, and I'm happy that you are in this role and you saw it fit to create this council and give us all a space to, sometimes it might not be comfortable. We're probably going to say things that are going to rub each other the wrong way, but I just appreciate the ability to sit in this seat. And I really look forward to when we're meeting in person and not in Zoom world, because there's so many really cool looking people on this screen that I love to, you know, just grab a drink with and get to know you a little bit better. But so thank you for having me, and I really look forward to this work. And I'm glad you started by saying we're really going to go to work and we're not going to be, it's not a lot of talk. I want to see us make some changes, and I want everyone in this city to feel as comfortable as I do. I know not everyone does. I want everyone to feel like the city is their home and that they can feel like they have a connection. This is not just some place they stay at. This is some place where they feel like they're connected to the community. So, thank you again for having me.
Glad to have you, Subira. Next, we'll have ALBANA, and then followed by Attorney ISAIAS, and then Ms. Jackie Davis.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you again for the invitation to this great committee. I'm looking forward, like everybody else, to do the work. I'm rolling my sleeves up. I'm a representative of the Albanian American Muslim community. It's a community that's been in Waterbury in the early 1900s, as Albanian communities were immigrating from Albania to the United States. I myself immigrated about 25 years ago. In these 25 years, 20 years of my 25s have been in Waterbury, going through my high school in Waterbury, my senior year of high school, and working in Waterbury for quite a long time.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up, ALBANA. All right, we'll go to the next person while you get that fixed. Okay. Attorney Diaz?
Good evening,
Can
everybody.
you hear me now?
Oh, there you go. Technology, right? Uh-oh, now you're frozen.
No, can you hear me now? Sorry, my family just came home, so my phone got connected with it.
Oh,
with the
went to
car.
the Bluetooth. I got you. Okay, in the car. Got you.
Sorry about that.
Happens.
Perfect
It happens.
Perfect timing, right? So anyway, looking forward to the work of the committee. So thank you again for the opportunity.
Glad to have you. Okay, Attorney Diaz?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mayor O'Leary, for the opportunity to serve. I look forward to meeting with a lot of new faces here. I'm not a big Zoom guy. I like to see people in person. I'm a preacher by calling, but I make my living as a trial attorney here in the city of Waterbury for Dressler Strickland. And born and raised North End. I drink the water from the fountain. You know how that goes. And I was the former chair of the Connecticut Latino and Puerto Rican Affairs Commission, where we did a lot of work with the African American Affairs Commission to get the Alvin W. Penn racial profiling bill sharpened. And so I really look forward to using a lot of the techniques that we did to make some good policy for the city I hold dearly. Can't wait to work with all you guys.
All right. Ms. Jackie Davis.
Good evening, everyone, to Mayor O'Leary, to the two co-chairs. I believe this is my second of three meetings with ALTHEA today, so we have one more after this. But my name is Jackie Davis, and I am a daughter of Waterbury.
Yes.
So I am grateful to Dr. Ruffin, who deputized me to represent the interests of the educational system that raised me. And so to be able to speak for Waterbury Public Schools, I'm a very proud graduate of Wilby High School. And I now serve as the district's climate and attendance coordinator. Hey, I see you Wildcats. Let's do this.
You're muted, Jackie.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. That's Jackie. She says it. That's it. She's finished. I'll turn it over to my co-chair. Thank you all for introducing yourselves. I'm really excited about all the talent, the commitment, and the passion here. And I believe that we are going to get some really great things done. And I'm excited about what's ahead. Pastor Reese?
Thank you to co-chair ALTHEA and to all of you who have brought us greetings this evening. One of the common themes that I heard listening to everyone is the word excited or, excitement. And as we know that this is a new committee, and because it's a new committee, it's going to take a number of organizational planning meetings to establish the scope of topics that this committee will seek to explore and address, then how we will go about doing that. And so patience, we ask of you, because again, this is a new committee. We want you to be transparent. We are looking for transparency as we go on this journey together. And so, Andrew, thank you so very much for representing the city of Philadelphia. That's where I hail from, Philly. And as SUBIRA also mentioned, is that, we're in this together and that we have to communicate and we have to, just be upfront about what we plan to do. I spoke with our co-chair, my co-chair, and we had some discussions regarding the meeting schedule. And after our discussion, we kind of figured, everyone is busy. I know that I have a 6, 7, 8, and 9 Zoom call after this. And so, we're all over the place. So we thought that since we're meeting the third Thursday of this month, that we will stay with the schedule of the third Thursday at 5 p.m. And, we can kind of see how it works. And if we need to evaluate, that time, we're kind of looking at the third Thursday of every month at 5 p.m. Not sure the end time. I know the mayor asked kind of for a start and end time. So I don't know, we're looking at, 5 to 6 or 5 to 6:30. That's something that, we can kind of discuss or send out an email to kind of get people's preference on the length of our meetings. But that's kind of what we're thinking initially is the third Thursday of every month starting at 5 p.m. ALTHEA?
Okay. So when we think about the way in which the meetings will happen, for now, I think in the interest of safety and with some of the concerns being noted about a potential uptick in the month of January, I think until further notice, if folks are comfortable, we will continue to meet via Zoom. I think in the best interest of everybody's health and well-being, that's what we'll need to do. And hopefully folks can adjust to that. Looks like everybody's Zoom is working fine. We'll deal with the technical difficulties as they occur. And we'll all be patient and accommodating in that way and be nimble if we can. I just ask for that. In this time, and we'll reassess the way in the platform in which we'll meet or face-to-face, and it could be a mix. I think the reality is this is the new normal. I think meetings will not just be in person anymore. I think Zoom has become a new reality for us, whether it's Zoom, WebEx, Ring, Google Meets. We have all these different ways of convening. And so if folks are okay with that, that's the manner in which we'll come together until we reassess and there's opportunities for us to meet face-to-face. I'm a people-to-people kind of person too. I love meeting in person, but in the interest of your health and well-being, we will meet via Zoom in the meantime. That work for folks? Okay. Secondly, as it relates to this being now a committee that does and has to take and consider the public input portion of the work that we do. So we will have some conversation about how we want to structure public input. I think what can happen in the coming months as we set the agenda. There had been some town halls held with the mayor, with the chief, and with Superintendent Ruffin around topics specific to their role and position in the city. The mayor had probably the broadest topics to cover. And there's some notes related to that, but I think specific to this council, we want to hear from the community about what they believe the priorities will be for us. Some of the key points that came in conversations as we prepared for this, as the mayor talked about, 3 key things I think came out of the conversations or themes that I saw from those notes that, when you look at how they spoke in police accountability and police relationships with the community was one. Another was educational outcomes and improving outcomes primarily for Black and Brown being Latinx students in the city, and also this desire to create this college going culture in the city, focusing possibly on a Waterbury promise, which is really exciting. And then also the opportunity to increase the number of Black and Brown folks in positions in city departments. I know the mayor has made a lot of efforts to increase the representation of Black and Brown folks in our fire department. We definitely see that in our police department and want to see more of that in other city departments and leadership positions in the city. So those are 3 big buckets of work. And the talent that's here on this Zoom, there's opportunities maybe to create subcommittees around that where the work can happen. So, and we have to give the public opportunity to give input on those topics. So maybe the first 20 minutes of every meeting, we would afford the committee to public to provide comment to the committee, and we'll do the appropriate registration and notification as required, according to statute, charter. Hopefully, Mac, I'm representing that correctly.
Yeah, I think that the decision to hold a public input component of the agenda at the beginning of each moment, I just think that's a great step in terms of reinforcing the transparency and authenticity of this committee. So I think you had mentioned, 20 minutes in the beginning of a meeting related to the agenda.
Yep. So we would provide the agenda. I think we have to post a week prior. Folks would know what the agenda is, and then we'll solicit input from the community at that point. Are folks comfortable with that? That's okay. All right. And I think the last bit, yeah, I think those are the key points that I wanted to speak on. Pastor Reese, I think we've covered it all. Mayor, we've covered it all relative to next steps for this committee.
Well, that sounds great. I gotta tell you, you all know I've been here for over 40 years now, and I've sat on so many different councils, committees, commissions, boards, but I'm telling you, I'm truly, deeply excited about the opportunities here before us, and I want to leave you all with a little Christmas present. So Commissioner Karen Harvey and I started about a year ago to have some real discussions about trying to pursue a Waterbury Promise program here. And recently, and we got slowed down a little bit by the COVID, obviously, but recently I met with a really talented guy named Richard Silverman, who is the CEO of the Hartford Promise. I've also studied the New Haven Promise. And I also had a meeting, a very good meeting last week with the University of Connecticut, and very grateful to Board of Trustee member Tom Ritter for helping set that up. And I met with a gentleman by the name of Nathan First, who is like the CFO, if you will, or similar to that. I don't have his title in front of me. Anyways, what's come out of all those meetings and more recent meetings with Mr. Silverman is that we will be putting together an application to get 501c3 recognition in place for the Waterbury Promise program. I've got the law firm of attorney Carmody in Torrance, who has done similar type work for me over at PAL and Holy Land. We got a meeting scheduled this week, and or next week, and we're going to putting application in for Waterbury Promise 501c3 recognition, designation, which should, once we get that, we're gonna start working. We have been working. I got 3 staff members working on this now. We're gonna get that off the ground. So kind of a Christmas present. AMARI, I know you were interested in this. We've had some conversations about this. I thank you for those conversations. And, I really feel like this is a great way to start the new year with some really a continued commitment to our Waterbury-owned children's continuing education opportunities. University of Connecticut is all in. We're going to be having conversations with Naugatuck Valley and Post as well. And, as you know, Post University is already very generous with our inner city kids, but we're going to see what else we can formulate out of it. So that's it for me, folks. I'm really grateful for all your time. I know you've all got meetings to jump to. I like the third Thursday. It works for me. To me, if it's 60 minutes, that's fine. If we do 20 minutes public speaking, I think we're going to have to make it 90 minutes, but, and listen, we can do what we did when I was on the Board of Ed. We can break into subgroups if we want to pursue different things that the chairs feel are important. And then the subgroups can meet whenever it's convenient for the members of the subgroups and then report back to the council if that works as well. But I'm all ears. I'm all committed, and I'm just excited, you guys. I really am, and I wish you all a very, very happy holiday season. Stay safe, please. The infection rate is on the rise, kids, so be very, very careful and cautious. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Pastor Reese?
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, and again to my wonderful co-chair. We have done a couple projects together, and I'm definitely looking forward to continue to work with ALTHEA. And I have to jump as well, so I do want to say happy holidays to each and every one of you. May God bless you and keep you is my prayer. And if there's no other business, we can call this meeting to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. So moved. Take care. ALTHEA, any closing remarks?
So that next meeting is January 21st at 5 p.m. You will get proper notification. And as said by the mayor and Pastor Reese, please have a happy and healthy holiday with you and yours. Please be well. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. Looking forward to seeing and working with you all.
Have a good evening.
Officially adjourned.